Welcome to the wonderful world of reading. In this I Can Read story, My Weird School, Class Pet Mess, you will be going on a fun adventure. Are you ready to read? Here we go. My name is Alexia, and I hate bunnies. Well, not really, but I don't want one for a class pet. Why? Because Andrea does. A fluffy little bunny would be so cute, she said on Friday. So cute, agreed Emily. Emily always agrees with Andrea. It's totally annoying. I think we should get something cool, I said. Like a snake. Yeah, said all the boys. Ew, said all the girls. Mr. Cooper let us vote. Lucky for me, there are more boys than girls in the class. No fair, whined Andrea. Tough luck, AJ said. Hey, Mr. Cooper, can we get a poisonous snake? He looked right at Andrea. No special reason. Fat chance, said Mr. Cooper. Oh well, even a regular snake beats a bunny. On Monday, Mr. Cooper brought in a tank. Coiled up inside was a snake. This is an eastern hognose. His name is Bob. Then Mr. Cooper announced that since the snake was my idea, I got to feed Bob the first week. He mostly eats live toads, Mr. Cooper said. Gross, said Andrea, covering her ears. Gross, I said, clapping my hands. This was going to be awesome. Mr. Cooper told the class more stuff about hognose snakes. Their habitats, their defenses, blah, blah, blah. All I cared about was the toad part. I couldn't wait to try it. The next morning, I dropped a toad into Bob's tank. It wasn't as disgusting as I hoped. Just one big gulp, and Bob was done. Bummer, I said. For the rest of the week, Mr. Cooper let the class bring in pets for show and tell. Neil brought his ferret, Mr. Wiggles, who wet all over the floor. We had to leave the classroom while it got cleaned up. It was great. On Thursday, Ryan brought in his skunk, Carl. Carl cleared out the whole school. I wish I'd thought of a skunk for a class pet. I had to admit, Carl was cooler than Bob. I was still thinking about Bob the next day. When was the last time I gave him any toads? Let's see, this was Friday. I fed him on Tuesday? Oops. Just then, Andrea pranced in with a prissy little poodle. This is Cupcake. Isn't she sweet? Cupcake jumped out of Andrea's arms and ran over to Bob's tank. She put her face right up against the glass. Back off, Cupcake, I said. I got over there just in time to see Bob keel over. He was lying on his back. His little tongue was hanging out of his mouth. Oh my gosh. Bob was dead! Andrea's dog killed Bob! AJ shouted. Cupcake gave him a heart attack! We've got to do something! Yelled Emily, running out of the room. Kids, calm down, said Mr. Cooper. But everyone was busy freaking out. I was freaking out the most because I was pretty sure I knew who really killed Bob. I cried. It's my fault. I forgot to feed him. He hasn't had any toads since Tuesday. Alexia, he wasn't supposed to have any more toads, said Mr. Cooper. He only eats once a week, remember? Wait, you mean I didn't kill Bob? I asked. AJ started yelling again. I knew it was that dumb dog. This is all Andrea's fault. Andrea looked like she was going to cry. I'm sorry, she said. I'll take Bob home and bury him. She reached into Bob's tank and picked him up. Suddenly, Bob sprang to life. Eek! Shrieked Andrea. Her mouth opened so wide I saw her tonsils. Did none of you listen when I talked about hognose snakes? Cried Mr. Cooper. They play dead when they're scared, like possums. Bob is fine. Bob is fine. More than fine. He's the best, coolest class pet in the world. Why? Because Andrea hates his guts. Will Andrea learn to like Bob? Will we ever let her forget about shrieking her head off in class? Will we trade Bob for a fluffy little bunny? Not on your life.
잘 맞아떨어져야만이 배턴을 잘 주고받을 수 있거든요. 그 순간에 실수가 많이 일어나는데 그 실수를 최소화해야 합니다. 각 팀의 1번 주자들 스위스 민살롬의 코라가 1번 주자고요. 아초자키의 포인트에 킹루스로 구성이 되어 있습니다. 그리고 영국입니다.